Question 2 of our June paper 1 for grade 11 this term. That was our very algebra term or algebra test. Again, this whole question we had to solve for x, but now it was like a different type. It wasn't just linear, quadratic, that type of things. We had now exponents into the mix, and this is most everyone's favorite. So here, just first, we have to divide by that 2. So that we have x to the power negative 5 over 3 is equal to 32. And then because it didn't specify without a calculator, but oftentimes we do specify that you have to do this without a calculator. You have to go right 2 to the power 5. Then you just have to watch out. Remember, there's specific laws when we're working with these rational exponents types questions. If there was an even number involved and this was negative, then you straight up would have said nope, right? No solution. Or if the numerator, I believe, I'm speaking under correction, but I think it's the numerator, was even, and this is positive, then you have the plus minus part. But these were both odd, so it doesn't really matter. We take it to the power of the reciprocal. Remember, reciprocal still has the same sign. So it's still negative, but it's going to be 3 over 5. The reason is now this is x to the power 1. Multiply the exponents. And then when you multiply those exponents, you get negative 3. So your answer is 1 over 8. And the second question, it's actually a grade 8 type question. Okay, we know 1, 2, 5 is 5 to the power of 3. But this was the denominator, so it's negative 3. So our answer is negative 3. Now it starts to become a little bit more tricky. We have one term and one term, and both of them have x's in the exponent. So we need to get them to have the same base. Change the base to 2. Okay? We usually work with prime base. 4 is 2 squared. 8 is 2 to the power 3. Then you multiply, right? So it's 2 to the power 2x. Remember, the 2 gets multiplied with both terms, so plus 2. And then 2 to the power 6x plus 6. Now they have the same basis, so you can drop the bases. If the bases are the same, the exponents have to be equal to one another. Your answer is negative 1. Exponential equations, but it's no longer just 2 terms. We actually have 3 terms here. And you see both of these have 2 to the power x in them, okay? Because this can be split to 2 to the power x times 2 squared, right? So that's a common factor. You can take out 2 to the power x. So in this term, we have 2 squared left plus 1. Okay, not plus nothing, plus 1. So then 2 to the power 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So we're going to have to go divide by that 5. We can get 2 to the power x is equal to 4, which we know is 2 squared. So answer for x is 2. And then yet another, and this is the third type of exponential equation we work with. We've started doing them, I think, in grade 10. So here, your hint basically is that here we have a 2x, and here we have an x plus 2. Okay, remember again, this can be written as 2 to the power x times 2 to the power 2, which is the same as 4 times 2 to the power x. So because this exponent is double that exponent, that's when you're going to use k method. So we say let k be equal to 2 to the power x. So this first one would be k squared plus, we said this is 2 to the power 2, which is 4. So we have 4k minus 32. And then you decide what method you're going to use. If you're going to factorize or whatever your heart desire. If it's factorization, you should get k minus 8k plus 4. So our answers for k is 8 and negative 4. Go substitute back in. This one you should see as impossible. You can't get a positive exponent to any power and get negative as an answer. So that's impossible. You put a line through it, or you say NA. And then this one, 8 is 2 to the power 3. So we have x is 3. Okay, remember it's not compulsory to use K method here, but I do think it helps a lot. This isn't an exponential equation. This is a rational exponent type equation. But like we said here, where the one was double the other one, the one exponent was double the other one. Do you notice here, this exponent is 1, and we know 1 is equal to 2 over 2, which is 2 times a half, now. It's 1 is double a half. So this is also an example where K method is going to help you a lot. So we let K, in this case, it's always the smaller one, be x to the power half. So you have x being K squared. Remember to bring the plus 4 over by subtracting 4. Then again, you go choose your method. But you should be getting K is 4 or K is negative 1. Go substitute back in. So we said earlier, remember if you get a negative answer, but there's a even number there somewhere by our rational exponent, then we know this is going to be NA. And you can think of it logically. Is there any value in a square root that gives you a negative? Okay, because remember, a negative number here would be not real. And if you use positive 1, then it can't give you negative 1. So this is NA. Here, this one, okay, 2 is not in the numerator, so it's okay. We just take it to the reciprocal, which is squaring. So x is 16. And then our last question for this part. Okay, so we have an x plus 4, a 4 minus x. We usually don't like having it in this order. We like having the x first, so we'll get back to that. And then we have this trinomial. When you go factorize this trinomial, you should be getting x plus 3 and x minus 4, which is now your hint that this is almost that one. So we need to change the sign by changing that to a plus, right? Then we want all the denominators to be the same. So they need to have both of those brackets. This one also only has the first one, so we still need an x minus 4, so we add the same on top. This one has the x minus 4 but not the x plus 3, so we also have to multiply with that on top, and this has everything already. So now they have the same denominators throughout, so we can drop the denominators. Remember your restrictions though, and the restrictions are that x can't be negative 3 and x can't be 4. So now the denominators are the same, we can drop them. We just need to check that those can't be the answers, and we can still multiply these out as we go. So you should be getting 2x squared minus 13x plus 20. Okay, 1 times anything, just whatever it was already. And then the plus 7 we take over by subtracting 7. And then we add our like terms together. Then you can divide everything by 2 if you want to just make this easier, but you can use the quadratic formula also, you don't have to factorize. But if you divide by 2, you should be getting this as an answer. Remember, 2 gets divided by every single term. And then if you decide to factorize, you should be getting this. So answers are x is 4 or x is 2, but we go double check because it's a fraction. Remember, fractions in third, we always go check. It said can't be 4. That would make this undefined. So your answer is x is 2.